Well, breaking right now in CBS Austin this morning, a bombshell in the local missing mother and baby case that's gripping the nation. The mystery has now moved 160 miles from South Austin to a house in Houston. We're taking you live and unpacking the plot twist no one saw coming.
CBS Austin News begins with breaking news.
As far as her leaving on her own accord, no. You can't make me believe that in 1,000 years. Something's not
definitely
right.
wrong.
Well, break in the local missing mom and baby case that has a nation on edge. Heidi Broussard's parents confident from the very beginning she did not leave on her own, and now a curveball in the investigation may be proving them right. Good morning. Thanks for watching CBS Austin this morning. I'm John Carlos Estrada.
And I'm Melanie Torrey in for Allison Miller. Sources confirming people linked to the heart-wrenching investigation are in custody at this hour. The case taking a dramatic turn, moving from South Austin 160 miles away to Houston. We have live team coverage from every angle as key clues unfold right now.
First, we kick things off with Melanie Barden, who is live in Harris County. Melanie, you're outside a house that threw a twist in the investigation, and you got a big update for us.
Yes, KTRK reporters right here in Houston were out here for hours yesterday, and they are now reporting that early in the afternoon on Thursday, a 1-month-old baby girl was taken from this home to be checked out, but they again are saying that that baby girl is doing well. Now, they say that throughout the day, the police presence intensified, and then eventually police went into this home. They were focused, though, in the backyard. They did have some chopper video. We'll share that with you. Again, this is from KTRK, and you can see that there is a gray Nissan car that we're told law enforcement was focused on, and I did confirm with sources that that car is registered to one of Heidi Broussard's friends. Now, KTRK also reporting that the medical examiner eventually showed up hours later, and they did take one person's body from this property. Now, of course, this is ongoing. We're getting updates by the minute. We're going to bring those to you. But sources also have told me that police have some people in custody right now in connection again to this South Austin missing mother and infant case. Reporting live, Melanie Barden, CBS Austin this morning.
Thank you, Melanie. The plot twist comes 8 days since the two were last seen alive here in South Austin. The paper trail starting off at Heidi's son's school and then moving to her apartment she shares with her fiance and Margot's father.
And that's where you find our Brittany Ford, who picks up our team coverage this morning. Brittany, a drastically different picture where you are compared to the one we've been seeing over the past few days.
Well, JC, that's right. I'm here in front of Broussard's South apartment complex. As Melanie mentioned, this is where that 8-day investigation began and where police say baby Margot and Broussard were last seen. Now, this includes all of her belongings, her purse, her wallet, and even her car. We're going to recap the last few days here with you. Just hours ago, some of our reporters noticed that the FBI presence here could no longer be seen. That was a swift change from just the last few days where we saw them combing through this area, knocking on doors and asking neighbors to search their homes. Now, Tuesday, police gave reporters an update saying that they had no person of interest at this time and that they believe the two were unharmed and alive. Now, that was followed by Broussard's parents speaking with reporters, confirming with us that there is no way their daughter would have left voluntarily. Now, as this investigation started last week, one of the first we heard from was an emotional Shane Carey, Broussard's boyfriend, pleading for their return.
If anybody sees her, knows her, she's just hope. I don't know. Just hope.
Now, as we've had new developments in this case, we have since reached out to Carey. It is the early morning hours. We haven't heard back as of right now, but we're going to continue to follow this case throughout our newscast, so stick with us. For now, we're live in South Austin. Brittany Ford, CBS Austin News.
I'm meteorologist Nicole Hartford. Right now, temperatures are in the 40s for the most part. We've actually bumped up to 50 in the Austin area, also 50 in Lockhart, 52 in Giddings, 51 in LaGrange. How it feels right now is about how it's going to feel throughout the day. We'll add a couple degrees to those official high temperatures later this afternoon, but cloud cover has kept us from cooling, and it will also keep us from warming up much throughout the day today. Right now, we're mainly dry. We've got a couple spotty showers that are popping up over towards the hill country, as well as some noise on the radar down towards the I-35 corridor, but most of the rain is down south of us. Throughout South Texas, widespread rainfall. This is Pacific moisture that is filtering in. Notice that it is slowly spreading up towards the north, and that will continue to take place throughout the day. So by this afternoon, our rainfall chances will be improving for the Austin area. We'll see scattered showers on and off later today, as well as through the overnight.
Good morning. I'm Michelle Vargas in for Sophia Stamas. Our roads are ready for the weekend, apparently, because right now you remain crash-free, which is good news. We had a crash earlier here in North Austin on Dessa Road. It has since cleared, but I am tracking a bit of a slowdown up in Manor. I'll tell you all about it in 10 minutes.
Well, happening right now, a man is fighting for his life after crashing his motorcycle in southeast Austin. This happening near Elroy Road and State Highway 130 Service Road. Austin Travis County EMS responding to the scene, originally thinking the man believed to be in his 30s crashed into a car, but after an investigation, authorities believe it may have just been a single motorcycle crash. The man, who was unconscious when crews found him, is in serious condition at this hour.
We got a collapsed building on fire, wires down, people coming out.
Explosion igniting a raging inferno, turning a neighborhood into a horrifying scene. What sparked the dramatic and deadly events, and those trapped under the rubble still ahead.
It is 6:09 on this Friday morning. Right now we're overcast, but we've still got a nice view towards the Capitol, the UT Tower off in the distance. Temperatures are milder this morning thanks to those clouds. We're actually sitting at 50 right now in Austin with calm winds out of the east-southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Conditions today will be vastly different than yesterday. Yes, we're waking up to a little more warmth, but we will not see much of a warm-up into the afternoon hours. In fact, temperatures will stay about where they are right now. We'll manage to cool a couple additional degrees before we start any kind of warming. Our temperatures will stay in the upper 40s and the low 50s throughout the day today, and will also increase our rain chances. This morning, maybe a stray shower, but by lunchtime, activity will start to pick up as we pull in moisture from the Gulf as well as the Pacific. Scattered showers looking likely, but I do have some updates to our rainfall totals. I'll be talking more about those coming up in 10 minutes. Traffic and weather always together. Michelle.
Taking a wide look of your maps right now, just want to give everyone a heads up. You're crash free. Hey, good news to you on this Friday morning. Cedar Park, Liberty Hill, 183 going southbound towards downtown. You're looking good. I-35, same deal, but let's just take you over to Manor. Here's what's happening. There's some delays on 290 going westbound. You'll be traveling at about 44 miles per hour before you hit I-35. Let's take you over here. If you're going eastbound past Manor, you're looking at about 28 miles per hour just after I-35. This is really just unusual delays, but remember there is construction in the area. 130 northbound, just north of the 290 there, we're seeing a slowdown as well, just as you approach Pflugerville at 34 miles per hour. Manor, Dripping Springs, and Round Rock, your drive times towards downtown are under 30 minutes.
All right, thank you, Michelle. Dior, Coco Chanel, Valentino, high fashion designers you probably recognize. Well, we got a behind-the-scenes look at Fashion Forward, the newest exhibit at the Bullock, Texas Museum. A few pieces from the luxe designers who won the Neiman Marcus Fashion Award will be on display starting this Saturday. You can see we got to see the final pieces go into place here before the big opening. We'll have more on these garments and their connection to Texas and influence on Lone Star State's fashion and a turning back time very soon. And the great thing about these dresses is they've been in storage in boxes for like some of them decades. So it's nice that they're finally being shown off.
Are they still in pretty good condition?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they're taking good, nice care of putting them up, you know, not wanting to rip anything. So if you have a chance, go check it out starting this Saturday until April.
Great.
We're continuing to follow breaking news. A local missing mom and baby case taking a dramatic turn no one saw coming. We're taking you live to Houston, where the case is now focused on. Straight ahead. Well, breaking right now, a major bombshell plot twist in the missing mother and baby case.
Sources confirming people linked to the two who vanished without a trace are in custody.
This comes as a desperate search moved from Austin to Houston, a 2.5-hour drive. Now, Melanie, you've been covering the case from the very beginning. There's reports of a body removed from that house that you're at. Can you give us a timeline on the last few hours?
Yeah, our station out here, Houston station KTRK, was out here very early in the afternoon yesterday. They said police, APD, FBI were all staked out in front of this home. This is in Northwest Harris County. They said eventually they noticed that police were moving in closer to the house, and then we'll show you video they got from their chopper that showed ultimately police started focusing on the backyard. That's where a car was found that we've since learned is registered to one of Heidi Broussard's friends. Now, we do know that eventually the medical examiner was called out here. KTRK reporting that the medical examiner confirmed that they took the body of one person from this home. KTRK also reporting that even earlier in the day, they took a 1-month-old baby from this home. That baby, we're told, is doing all right.
And Melanie, you know, this case has gotten so much attention nationwide. I was reading through some of the responses on social media, and people are very emotionally invested in this.
Yes, absolutely. Heidi and Margot have been missing since last Thursday, and I can tell you since then a lot of people have really come out, voiced their support for them, wanting answers. This is a mother and an infant baby. A lot of people worried about their disappearance because we talked about it earlier. A lot of things in this case are very unique. It seemed that they vanished out of thin air from their South Austin apartment because we know from Heidi's fiance Shane that nothing seemed out of place. It didn't seem like there was any forced entry. Also, Heidi's car still parked there at her apartment complex. And really, for much of the week, the FBI was focused there in Austin at that apartment complex until yesterday, just hours ago, when they came out here to Houston.
Melanie, like yesterday, we were reporting no suspects, nothing really update the last couple of days. Can you talk about how quickly this turned, just the quickness of this new development that we're hearing about overnight?
Yeah, we heard from Austin police earlier in the week. They did say, again, no people of interest, and we were pretty much solidly at Heidi Broussard's apartment complex, again, in South Austin. And then today, I'm sorry, I'm talking like it's today, but it was yesterday, Thursday, we noticed all of a sudden, it seemed like the FBI agents that were knocking on doors dispersed. They weren't there. And that's when we got these reports that they were right here at this home in Houston. And again, sources saying this is directly linked to the missing Austin mother Heidi and her infant, Margot Carey.
Thank you, Melanie Barden, live for us in Houston. We know you've been up through the night covering this, and we will check back in with you at 6:30.
6:18 on the maps right now. Things are looking pretty good, but just taking you south of Del Valley, where a traffic hazard has been reported on Highway 183 right at FM 1327. The good news is no crashes in the area as a result. Some debris on the road on I-35 southbound at the 53rd and a half Street exit ramp right there, real close to 51st Street, where we also see some delays as you exit southbound on I-35 right along East 51st Street. If that's part of your commute, you know what to expect. But an overview showing us outside of more cars hopping on the roads, you again are not going to be running into incidents in regards to crashes. If you're coming from South Austin towards downtown, I-35 northbound from the 45 toll to Riverside Drive is solid at a 13-minute time slot there, but overall you're looking at under 30 minutes. Manor, you're looking at 23 to downtown Dripping Springs. If you're taking Mopac towards downtown, that's 19 minutes. And Round Rock to downtown taking I-35, that's 17 minutes. Traffic and weather always together. Nicole.
Thanks, Michelle. Right now, temperatures are sitting in the 40s and even the low 50s. We're hanging on to 50 in Austin as well as Lockhart, 51 in LaGrange, 53 in Giddings, 46 in Georgetown, and then a little chillier in the Hill Country at 41 in Mason County. These temperatures are a good 20 to 30 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday. So you're still going to want a jacket, a coat before you head out the door, but you might not need quite as many layers, and you can leave that heavier coat at home. Temperatures, though, are not really going to warm up throughout the day today. We've got dense cloud cover across the area. It acts as a blanket. It traps the heat so that we really were not able to cool through the overnight hours, and it will do exactly the opposite through this afternoon, blocking out really any warm up throughout the day. We do have some green showing up on the radar. A lot of this is just noise, not actually rainfall, but I wouldn't rule out a couple isolated showers through your morning commute. Most of the activity will hold off, though, until later today. Our rainfall is down towards South Texas at this point. We're pulling in moisture from the Pacific as well as the Gulf of Mexico, and it's all kind of converging on the state of Texas. So right now, no rain in Austin, but this is expanding up towards the north very slowly, so it will take some time for that rain to reach us ahead of our next incoming cold front. This area of low pressure is also helping to just magnify the rainfall across South Texas, and it will continue to push in the moisture, eventually making it up into the Austin area. This cold front will arrive late tonight into early tomorrow morning, and behind the cold front, notice conditions are a lot clearer, so we will clear and dry out once the cold front passes. Our future track, though, does have rainfall picking up into the afternoon. By lunchtime, isolated showers start to enter into our southern counties. Temperatures will stay cool today up the I-35 corridor and east. We might manage to see a little bit of sun in the hill country, which could help temperatures there get a few degrees warmer. Scattered showers will become more widespread into the afternoon. A few pockets of moderate to heavy rainfall possible as activity continues through the overnight, but by tomorrow morning, most of the rain will have come to an end. We'll keep some isolated showers around to start off the day Saturday, but we'll be clearing out from west to east throughout the day, eventually giving way to even some sunshine by the end of the afternoon on Saturday. And that'll allow our temperatures to warm up as well. Our future track does have rainfall accumulations that are lower from what some of our previous model runs were showing, and they are trending drier, both not as widespread and also not quite as high of rainfall totals. I still think the majority of us could see up to maybe a quarter to a half inch of rain accumulation. A couple localized higher spots are possible, but unfortunately, I don't think there will be many of those higher spots. Some of us in the hill country too could stay completely dry, with some rainfall totals up to only a few hundredths of an inch for our western counties. This is not going to be a big rainmaker, but it will bring us a little bit of moisture as we end out the week. Our temperatures today will stay in the upper 40s and low 50s across the majority of the area, so it'll stay feeling chilly all day. But as sun returns tomorrow, we'll warm back up into the upper 50s, the low 60s, and we'll continue that warming trend through the week of Christmas. In fact, your Christmas holiday is looking well above average when it comes to temperatures, with highs in the upper 60s and low 70s. We're pretty calm across the continental U.S. right now, which is really good news if you are going to be traveling either today or tomorrow. Our future track doesn't really have much going on other than a little bit of snowfall up towards the Pacific Northwest into Montana. That snow might get in the way if you're trying to travel to Washington, but otherwise, I think your conditions should stay clear. Weather is really cooperating for your Christmas travel at this point. Conditions will stay calm here in central Texas through next week. Our next chance for rainfall doesn't come until after Christmas, with highs on Wednesday in those low 70s.
Well, thank you, Nicole. The sixth Democratic debate of the election season coming on the heels of this week's monumental vote in the House to impeach President Trump. The smallest group of liberals vying for the White House sharing the spotlight for the final time this year in a 3-hour showdown in Los Angeles. Many seeking to clarify their positions and personal character, hoping to make waves heading into the final weeks before the Iowa caucuses.
If anyone has reason to be angry with the Republicans and not want to cooperate, it's me, the way they've attacked me and my son and my family.
I think the best way to do it is by putting someone at the top of the ticket who's from the Midwest.
Try putting together a coalition to bring you back to office with 80% of the vote as a gay dude in Mike Pence's Indiana.
We need a progressive agenda. Medicare for all.
I'd also be the youngest woman ever inaugurated.
Well, the next Democratic presidential debate is January 14th, right before the first ballots are cast in Iowa.
A partisan vote in the House makes President Trump the third president in U.S. history to be impeached. But the Democrats' effort to unseat the president didn't start with the whistleblower's complaint about the president's July phone call to the president of Ukraine. Host of America This Week, Eric Bolling, spoke with the ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, Congressman Devin Nunes.
Nunes explains that Republicans believe Democrats have been working to impeach Trump much earlier.
The House is going to have spent probably many millions of dollars, both on the Mueller report and on the impeachment proceedings. It'll go over to the Senate, and it's likely going to die in the Senate. What has this all been about?
Well, I think at the heart of it, they just haven't accepted the election results from 2016. That's at the heart of all of this. But when you look at the $35 million that was spent on the Mueller investigation, you also have to ask yourself, we knew, the House Intelligence Committee, Republicans and Democrats, despite what they say, that there were no evidence of any Russians. By the spring of 2017, that was a well-known, established fact, okay? Then as you move forward and you look at the money that was spent, really what they were doing is they were setting up an obstruction of justice trap. They were trying to entrap the president for the better part of 2 years. I mean, this is for a crime that had never occurred.
We'll see the entire interview with Congressman Devin Nunes on America This Week with Eric Bolling right now on CBSAustin.com. Breaking news out of Houston, where the missing mom and baby case has now moved to a house 160 miles away from where the investigation first started. Straight ahead, we'll take you live to CBS Austin reporter Melanie Barden, who has been on this heart-wrenching story from the very beginning, as unpacking the brand new details.
Coming up, Democratic candidates face off in last night's debate, how Mayor Pete Buttigieg handled himself as a frequent target of attack. Plus, we'll show you a Christmas light display that earned a Guinness World Record. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
CBS Austin News begins with breaking news.
Because Heidi wouldn't do this.
There's no way. And she'd never take Margot down those stairs without her carrier and have her strapped in and her diaper bag strapped to her back.
A break in the local missing mom and baby case that's gripping the nation. Heidi Broussard's parents confident from the very beginning she did not leave on her own, and now a bombshell in the investigation is proving them right. Good morning. Thanks for watching CBS Austin This Morning. I'm Melanie Torrey in for Allison Miller.
And I'm John Carlos Estrada. Sources confirming people linked to the investigation rocking our area are in custody at this hour. As the case moves from South Austin, 160 miles away to Houston, we have live team coverage from every angle as key clues unfold.
First, we kick off with Melanie Barden, who is live in Harris County. And Melanie, you're outside a house that quickly became a centerpiece in this investigation.
Yeah, Heidi Broussard and Margot Carey, her infant daughter, have been missing since last Thursday. And up until now, we've had very little information about what happened to them. But KTRK reporting here in Houston that police were staked out at this home. This is in Northwest Harris County for most of yesterday. And they say at one point yesterday, CPS called the fire department. The fire department did retrieve a 1-month-old baby girl who we're told is doing fine right now from this house. Now, KTRK also reporting that hours later, police rushed into this house and rushed to the backyard. They do have video from their chopper of the backyard. In it, you can see a gray Nissan car. That is where their investigation was focused. And KTRK reporting that the medical examiner says that they did take one body from this house. Now, I did confirm through sources that that car you saw was registered to one of Heidi Broussard's friends. And sources are telling me that people in connection to this case are in police custody. But right now, again, still a lot of questions as this unfolds this morning. Reporting live, Melanie Barden, CBS Austin This Morning.
Thank you, Melanie. This twist comes 8 days since the two were last seen alive here in South Austin. The trail starting off at Heidi's son's school and then moving to her apartment she shares with her fiance and Margot's father.
That's very fun. Our Brittany Ford, who picks up our team coverage. Now, Brittany, a drastically different picture where you are compared to the one we've been seeing over the past few days.
Well, JC, that's all correct. I'm here at Broussard's South Austin apartment complex. This is as where Melanie mentioned this now 8-day investigation began and where police say Broussard and baby Margot were last seen. This includes all of her stuff. We're talking about her car, her purse, her wallet. We're going to recap some of the last few days here with you. Just hours ago, some of our reporters noticed that the FBI's presence here could no longer be seen. That was a swift change from just the last few days where they were here combing through the area, knocking on doors, asking neighbors to search their homes. Now, Tuesday, police told reporters that they had no person of interest at this time and that they believe the two were unharmed and alive. That was followed by Broussard's parents speaking with reporters as well, confirming with us that there is no way their daughter would have left voluntarily. As this investigation started last week, one of the first we heard from was an emotional Shane Carey, Broussard's boyfriend, pleading for their return.
If anybody sees her, knows her, she's just hope. I don't know. Just hope.
Now, since these new developments in Houston have unfolded, we have reached out to Carey. It is very early in the morning. We haven't heard back as of right now, but we're going to continue to follow this case throughout the morning. For any new developments, you can stick with us on CBS Austin this morning. For now, we're live in South Austin. Brittany Ford, CBS Austin News.
Well, thank you, Brittany. A tragic ending in another local missing mother case.
Amanda Gordon's common-law husband officially charged with her murder after authorities found pieces of her lifeless body scattered across Bastrop County. The bones located in 2 different areas on a property of Samuel Bird's known business associates. Some of the remains were found in a burn pit. Police say the property owners are cooperating with the investigation.
I'm meteorologist Nicole Hartford. Right now, temperatures are mild. We're still cool this morning at 50 in Austin, 50 off towards Bastrop, as well as some lower 40s throughout Mason County, 46 right now in Llano. So it is milder, but still chilly. We're overcast. That's the reason temperatures aren't quite as cold this morning. Right now, we're mainly dry, although a few spotty showers are developing down towards the south of our area. Most of the activity is still south of us into South Texas, but some of it is reaching as far north as San Antonio. And this will continue to expand up towards the northeast over the next 12 hours or so, which means our rain chances will be improving. Throughout the morning hours, I think a stray shower here or there, but by the end of the day today, we'll see scattered activity that'll continue into the evening and overnight, and then a few showers could even linger into tomorrow morning.
Good Friday morning. I'm Michelle Vargas in for Sofia Stamas. Right now there's a crash reported north of Manor on FM 973 right at Suncrest Road, and we still see some delays right there on 290 as you're leaving Manor, approaching the 130 toll. There's also a slowdown in South Austin. I'll tell you all about that coming up in 10 minutes.
Well, the video is absolutely pulse-pounding. A truck comes barreling through an airport straight towards the ticket counter. The shocking surveillance video and what authorities say the guy behind the wheel was doing right before he nearly killed airport employees.
Welcome back to CBS Austin this morning. Let's take a look at this crash that is going to make things a little bit sticky for you right here on FM 973 at Suncrest Road. This is north of 290 in Manor. It is already causing some slowdowns here. If you're trying to hop on 290 freeway, or toll I should say, right here off of FM 973, that's where really it's going to take you a little bit longer. But overall, there are delays right here on 290. If you're going to be going eastbound, there's congestion as you're going about 16 miles per hour. And if you're going westbound on 290, you're looking at 44 miles per hour. So either direction in this area, you're going to have to give yourself some extra time. A traffic hazard south of Del Valley on Highway 183 at FM 1327. Just make sure you keep close tabs on that. Another traffic hazard on I-35 at East William Cannon and a slowdown going northbound on I-35 at West Slaughter Lane to 1st Street. Traffic and weather always together. Nicole.
Thanks, Michelle. Right now, temperature is 50 here in Austin with overcast skies, calm winds out of the east-southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Although we're overcast, there's really not much in the way of rainfall yet. Our rain becomes more likely into the afternoon hours. Scattered showers, cloud cover will keep our temperatures from warming too much. So so. Highs today will not be much warmer than they are right now. We'll get up into the upper 40s and low 50s across the area. We'll also have rain that picks up into the afternoon hours and continues through portions of the evening and overnight. Although temperatures today will stay on the cool side, we'll return to sunshine by the end of the day Saturday, and that will allow for a little bit of a warm up. Highs will be steadily climbing as we go through the weekend as well as into next week.
All right, there's two things you can say about this Kansas City dad. He's funny and reliable. Courtney Payne shared these photos on Twitter that show her dad picking her up at the airport. One photo shows her father waving a sign that identifies Payne as Miss Oregon because she goes to school there in Oregon. Another photo, he's dressed like an elf and brandishing a sign that says Santa's Naughty List, Courtney Payne. He dressed up in another photo as a limo driver with a sign for Miranda Lambert. One image simply shows her dad waving around a sign that says Kardashian. Courtney's dad began the trend in 2018 and says she's happy to have loving and caring parents.
That is too funny. Well, at least you know they're going to be on time to pick you up.
I know.
It's a big show every time.
And it's gotten so much love on Twitter. It's got like 61,000 retweets and likes and all that. So really nice to see.
Very cute. Well, breaking right now, a curveball thrown in the local missing mom and baby case that's shocking the nation. After days of no clues and no suspects, we have brand new answers in overnight. CBS Austin reporter Melanie Barden is laying out the shocking turn of events that got us to this point. Your time right now is 6:42. You're watching CBS Austin This Morning.
Well, breaking right now, a major bombshell plot twist in the missing Austin mother and baby case.
Sources confirming people linked to the two who vanished without a trace are now in custody.
This comes as a desperate search moved from Austin to Houston, a 2.5-hour drive. Melanie, you did that drive overnight and just learned some brand new tragic details.
Yeah, we were telling you earlier, KTRK, a station out here in Houston, was reporting that the medical examiner took one person's body from this home and that the fire department took a 1-month-old infant baby girl who we understand is doing very well. Reports now surfacing that those two people were Heidi Broussard, who we understand was found, she was not alive, and her daughter Margot Carey. Again, reports saying that she is alive and she is okay. Now, KTRK was out here all day long yesterday. Most of this investigation was centered in Austin. Yesterday was the first time we saw really any police activity here in Houston, but investigators were honed in on a car behind this house, and we have learned that that car was registered to Heidi Broussard's friend.
And Melanie, you have been in that neighborhood overnight, and no denying something tragic happened at that home. Have you spoken to any of the neighbors as they're waking up?
Well, Melanie, we just saw some neighbors waking up. They're kind of looking around, pulling out. It's kind of an eerie calm here in this neighborhood. Not a lot of activity going on. It is early in the morning, but I know KTRK reporters spoke to some neighbors yesterday who said that they didn't know what was going on. This was sort of a sudden thing, but I can tell you that looking on social media, people I've been speaking to personally, I've covered this story for a while. It's obviously not the outcome anyone was hoping for. It's very heartbreaking what we're learning this morning.
Thank you to our Melanie Barden live in Harris County. We'll have breaking updates all morning long on this missing Austin and mother and baby case. Update on air and online at cbsaustin.com.
We got a collapsed building on fire, wires down, people coming out.
A sea of flames overtakes a Philadelphia neighborhood. The 3-building row home collapsing after an explosion believed to be gas-related. 60 people were evacuated as fire crews ran into the burning building to save others. Officials say 2 people are unaccounted for and presumed dead.
We now know what caused a truck to fly through an airport wall, taking out a baggage carousel before crashing into a car rental counter. You're seeing the footage right now. Authorities say an officer was trying to pull over a 40-year-old for reckless driving, but that's when he lost sight of the truck. Police believe the man left the road, crashed to a fence, and continued heading straight for a main terminal building. The crash causing $250,000 in damage here. The driver suffered serious injuries. 2 workers behind the rental desk escaped without being hurt.
Well, it's Texas High School Football Championship week, and our partners at Fox Sports Southwest are the home of the UIL Football Championship, bringing you live coverage from AT&T Stadium in Arlington through tomorrow. Here's a list of the games scheduled for today, including Wimberley in the 4A Division II Championship. That's set for 3 this afternoon. You can watch all the action on Fox Sports Southwest, Fox Sports Southwest Plus, or live stream it on Fox Sports Go. You can check foxsports.com for channel information, and you can find the full schedule on our website, cbsaustin.com.
And as we just said, the Wimberley Texans hit the field at 3 today, taking on the Pleasant Grove Hawks. Here's a quick preview of the teams before their big game.
I'm Rick Renner alongside Greg Tepper at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. What a great game we're going to have with Pleasant Grove taking on Wimberley. Pleasant Grove has been on a magical run under head coach Josh Gibson. This a 3rd straight state championship game, and it's going to be a great matchup of quarterbacks.
Absolutely. I love the quarterback matchup in this one. You're probably thinking, wait, Pleasant Grove, don't they run the wing tee? Well, yeah, but they throw a lot out of it with quarterback Ben Harmon, a baseball player. He is terrific. But fundamentally, they're a team that runs the ball with BYU commit Bruce Garrett, and they have 2 Power 5 caliber defensive linemen that are going to be a problem for Wimberley. But Wimberley is one of the hottest offenses in the state. Cooper McCollum, their quarterback, has been terrific, and they have an outstanding wide receiver core. The question for me in this game is who stops who? I think this game could be the highest scoring game of the weekend. This is going to be pointsy. You will not want to leave your seat.
Wow. And you know, when Wimberley gets to the state title game, they cash in. They're 2 for 2, looking to make it 3 for 3. Back to you.
Temperatures this morning are in the 40s and the 50s. We're sitting at 50 right now in Austin, 50 in Bastrop, 48 in Llano, and then 48 in Thorndale. Big difference between this morning and what we were feeling yesterday morning. In fact, we're about 20 to 30 degrees warmer right now than we were this time yesterday. It is still chilly enough to warrant some type of jacket, a coat before you head out the door, but you may be able to let go of one of those layers or the heavier jackets. Our conditions are overcast right now. We've got a couple spotty showers getting close to our area, but so far we're dry across most of central Texas. Some of those showers are just starting to inch up towards south of San Antonio, but most of the rainfall right now is across South Texas. All of this moisture is coming in from the Pacific as well as the Gulf of Mexico, kind of converging across the state, and the rain is spreading northeast, so eventually it will reach us here in Austin. The rainfall will continue to become more widespread, getting closer and closer to the Austin area throughout this afternoon. Our rainfall is most likely later today as well as into the overnight. This cold front will arrive late tonight and into tomorrow morning, and behind the cold front will actually clear out pretty quickly. Our future track has overcast skies, maybe a stray shower for your morning commute, but I think most of us will stay dry until about lunchtime. Then rain will start to pick up across the area. Scattered showers are likely. Mainly light rainfall, but a few pockets of moderate to even heavy rain are possible, with the rain focusing on the I-35 corridor as well as our eastern counties. Temperatures today will also stay chilly. By tomorrow morning, a few isolated showers will linger, but we'll start to clear out from west to east throughout the day on Saturday. So by lunchtime tomorrow, some in the hill country will be nice and sunny, while our eastern counties still have a couple lingering showers as well as cloud cover. By the end of the day, I think most of us will be able to pull in some sunshine, and that'll allow for some warmer temperatures on Saturday. Your rain accumulation is trending lower. The majority of us will see up to about 1/4 to maybe a 1/2 inch of accumulation. A few localized higher totals are still possible, but I don't think there will be many of them. Unfortunately, in the hill country, you might end up coming away with only a couple 107-inch, if anything at all. Your rainfall accumulation totals just not really looking impressive across our western counties. Temperatures today could also be a little warmer in the hill country, while the majority of us stay in the upper 40s as well as the low 50s. Highs will start to heat up as we go through the remainder of the weekend and into next week. Your temperatures for Christmas week are looking well above average. And for those of you traveling for the holiday already today or tomorrow, things across the continental U.S. are looking pretty good. There's some snowfall up towards the northwest, but otherwise not really much to get in your way for holiday travel either today or tomorrow. In fact, we're pretty calm, and we'll stay calm across central Texas as well through the end of the weekend and into next week. High temperatures into the low 70s by Christmas Day, with our next chance for rainfall not coming until after Christmas. Michelle?
Here's pretty much the only traffic alert or incident happen right now. It's not really a traffic alert, but it will be a traffic jam for anyone traveling on FM 973 north of 290 at Suncrest. That's where we see this crash. It's now causing pretty bad delays northbound and southbound lanes there. But most of the delays will be to the southbound lanes where this crash is at. Now, if you got to travel this way, you should exit Gregg Lane to avoid, but just maybe try to stay away from 973 altogether. Important to note, 290 westbound leaving Manor is also seeing delays. A traffic hazard on I-35 service road at East William Cannon and some delays in South Austin going at 15 miles per hour.
The Pet of the Day, sponsored by Nulo.
Well, time now for our Pets of the Day segment where we show off pictures sent in by you of your fur babies. We start things off this morning with this cute pup who appears to be a little camera shy. Adorable. Up next, we have Bubby, who was rescued from Port Aransas after Hurricane Harvey. He enjoys supervising all activities and going out on his leash.
Oh, that's cool. And finally, we have this dog wishing everybody a Merry Christmas, thanks to a little editing app. My dog would not let me put a headband on that.
Neither.
Thanks for sharing your photos. If you want to show off your pets, just head over to cbsaustin.com/chime-in to upload a photo. Don't forget to include their name and a fun fact about them so that we can share. Back to the breaking news we have been bringing you live all morning. A bombshell dropped in the local missing mom and baby case that is gripping hearts nationwide. The investigation taking a tragic and shocking turn no one saw coming, moving from South Austin to 160 miles away to Houston. And that's where we find Melanie Barden, who is in Harris County. And Melanie, you're outside a house that has now become a centerpiece in this case.
Yeah, multiple reports this morning are saying that missing Austin mother, Heidi Broussard, was found dead right here in this home in northwest Harris County. Now, the good news, if there is any good news, is that her infant child, Margot Carey, was found alive here. She was taken to the hospital where local station KTRK is reporting that she's doing all right. Now, KTRK was out here all day yesterday. They did get exclusive video of the backyard of this home where police were focused on a car. It was a gray Nissan, and we now know that Nissan is registered to one of Heidi Broussard's good friends. A lot more information we're waiting on this morning, but we do know that police have some people in custody related to this case. We'll bring you the latest as we get it. Reporting live in Houston, Melanie Barden, CBS Austin This Morning.
Taking you to our maps right now, take a look north of 290 on FM 973. There's that crash working there. It will cause delays for you if you're heading out of Manor, you're looking at 33 minutes. If you're taking I-35, Dripping Springs 20 and Round Rock 21 to downtown. South Austin, friends, taking I-35 northbound, you're looking at 25 minutes from the 45 toll to Riverside Drive.
It is a milder start to the morning. We're dry right now, but grab a jacket and grab an umbrella before you head out. Although you won't need that umbrella right now, you will probably want it by this afternoon. Scattered showers will start to become more likely into the second half of the day today. We'll also stay nice and cool all day. High temperatures only in the low 50s. We'll clear out the rainfall by tomorrow afternoon, and that'll give way to a sunny end to the weekend and temperatures well above average for the entire week.
Yeah, a pretty
Christmas
warm
Day.
Christmas.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here on Monday.